It's the Al Travis Show, and I should have him start just booking guests for me. He's Jerry Groskreutz. He's always got interesting people hanging around him. Jerry, how you doing today, my friend?
Well, I was doing pretty well till I came to the studio and I got the rain gauge report from the farm.
What was wrong with that? We got rain. You love rain.
Within limits, not 5 inches of rain.
You got 5 inches? No kidding. Wow, that must hit you. My neck of the woods, we probably got another inch, and it's going to be 85 degrees today. I mean, you can hear the grass growing, literally.
Yeah, my yard too.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I got a little bit too much. I haven't even been out there to look yet. I'll go out this afternoon. It is what it is. But on the bright side,
let's not get past the rain yet here, Jerry. So you run around. Your culverts are full. How far big an area is this that was covered with that kind of rain? We didn't get that here.
That's what I was going to say. It wasn't that big an area. So hopefully it'll drain away faster than like last year when all the rivers and the drainage ditches, they were all flooded all over. Well, now it was just a little area. It was the eastern part of Faribault County, a little bit of Waseca County, went over toward Albert Lee. So hopefully it drains away fairly quickly.
Well, let's say it does. How long can corn or beans be submerged before they go to heck?
General rule of thumb, if they're totally submerged, depending on water temperature and other things, couple days. However, the corn is a fair amount taller now. So if the corn is sticking out of the water, you maybe got a couple, 3 more days. So maybe only the beans and my sweet corn and peas might get drowned out somewhere.
I don't want to be cruel, and I just don't know anything. How warm the water is? What is water when it falls out of the sky? I mean, it's how warm does it get? I mean, it's falling out of the sky.
But cooler water that doesn't suffocate or drown the corn or soybeans as fast as if the water is really warm. So if the air temperature is 50 degrees, the crop can survive underwater a little longer than if the water temperature after the rain is 70 degrees.
Well, again, the corn in my neck of the woods is already over knee high. That knee high by the 4th of July crap my dad used to tell me is crap. Yeah, that's crap. So that stuff's going to be above. What about them peas you do for those guys?
I'm getting worried about those because it's been raining and kind of wet for a number of days in a row. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried, but it is what it is.
All right. You've got another guest in studio today. Who do we got today, Jer?
Well, we got an old timer. You'll fit right in with this, Al.
Oh, baby.
Thanks.
And his name was Rocket Rob.
Rocket Rob. How do you get a nice name like that, Rocket? You used to be in the Air Force?
No. I've been racing for 56 years or more, and still.
What do you race?
I race sprint cars.
Oh, do you really?
I still run sprint cars, non-wing sprint cars. I also run an ASA car last year on the Milwaukee on the mile. Average close to 140 mile an hour down there.
Wow. And where do you race? Where your home course?
Well, home track is probably Cedar Lake, Wisconsin is one of them.
Okay.
It's where we run there. Then we'll be racing here at Rice County locally and everything too. And also,
what do you think of that track in Rice County? What do you think of that track?
I'll tell you what, we built it last year. We put a race on last year, a B-Mod Invitational race, and it turned out huge. And people just love it. All the guys that got done with racing come over and thank me from drivers. And I don't think I've ever had every driver come over and thank you and said it did a good job.
Oh, that's fantastic. So when is the racing? I presume it started up there, right? Are we racing there?
Yeah, well, we only run one race there a year.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're running the 16th of July. And they're running a couple, they're actually running some motorcycle flat tracks here now. They're going to run a couple weeks here. They've been working on the track with us. So,
how fun is that?
A little bit.
So how big an organization is this?
Okay, our organization is about 150 members. And we've got them all the way from California, all over the world, even Australia. People have joined in. And if you go on Facebook, Old Timers, you'll find us like over 5,000 people on there too.
What is the name of it again? I'm sorry.
IMCA Old Timers.
Old Timers.
Yep.
Now, do you have
for vintage preserving the past? That's what we call it. Preserving the past.
And what does it take? Do you have to be an old stock car driver, have an old stock car itself, or
nope? You don't have
what
to
gets you
anything. What it is when you join is like $20 a year, and that's for you and your wife or whoever you're with. And that's
What do you insinuate? What do you mean? What are you insinuating? Me or my wife or whoever I'm with? What do you? We just met, for God's sake.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
You got to be real careful these days. Everything, right?
Hey, Al, I got an idea for you, Al.
Go
We're
ahead.
going to be here racing in July. So your son is up in the Southern Metro, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So why doesn't Dad Al have his son come down, bring the family, we'll have supper or lunch at the Rice County Fair, and then we'll watch the old timers race.
I love that. I love that a lot. My son actually lives right by Elko Speedway. We like to watch races. I'm a big race fan. My dad used to race here in South Dakota and around South Dakota. I enjoy that a ton. I just got myself a 62 Ford Fairlane last year that I'm trying to doll up, and I'd love to come up and park it at the fairgrounds, have lunch, and watch the races. It'd be a lot of fun. I'd love it.
We'd love to have you, too. We've got a lot of different things going on. We've actually got a flagman that's coming all the way up from Wheatland, Missouri, Lucas Oil. The flagman, special flagman coming in to put the show on with us.
Love that.
All these people are volunteers, guys.
And what's it cost for somebody to race? What do they got to do if they're listening to this?
If you're a vintage guy that showed up and you joined our club, it's free.
Well, I don't want to say anything to Rocket Rob, but you're not going to make any money like this. I'm just going to help you out.
Peter's in the background, and he's like, "Uh-oh." No.
Well, you're going to make it up on volume. Many more people will come if it's free.
Like the B mods and stuff, they pay $60 entry, but that's for a crew chief and one driver, driver and a crew, whatever. And that's cheaper than any other racetrack when you go to them.
And I'm not opposed to it. Can people sign up? And what do they have to have? You must have regulations, what the car's got and all that. Where can they find that information and say, hey, I got a car, I want in?
Yeah, you can go right on registration. It's ricecountyfair.net, and then there's grandstands, and then you can register your car. And we're running B-mods too, which is a big deal locally. There's a lot of B-mod guys. We want them to come out and really run with us too, and the vintage guys too. So it's a lot of fun for everybody. That's what this is, a family deal.
I love the family deal, but I guess I'm not to screw this up for you. But if you're not charging anything, what's the prize money? The guy just going to get a trophy, get a ribbon?
No, it's $2,400 purse for the B mods.
Wow,
$400 purse for the B mods, and then we'll be giving money out to the hobby stocks. I'm not sure on how much. Depends on how many cars we get. But
love that.
Paying them too; they'll get paid. But now our vintage guys, we do not get paid. Every one of them will get trophies of the top three, but we give it away to the kids. All the trophies for all the vintage guys, nobody keeps their trophy. We give them away to the kids.
I don't like that. I don't like kids that much. If I want them, keep in mind too.
Well, we can give you as a
let's get let's get the dates again and the address or the website, wherever they can go to find this thing. Let's do it one more time before I go to break.
Yeah, okay. It's Rice County Fairgrounds, and it's at Fairbolt. It's right at the Rice County Fair, and it'll be July 16th. That's the opening day of the fair too. That's the opening.
Oh, wow.
Day of the fair.
Okay.
And
fantastic.
we start racing by 6 o'clock, latest till 6. By 9 o'clock, you'll be home, going home.
I love that. I love that a ton.
Going home by 9. Last year, we were out by 8 o'clock or so. Got a few more cars, but we're a little longer this time.
Rocket, I'm glad to have met you, and we'll meet you at the Rice County Fair. I promise that'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for coming to the program.
All right. There's some top guys there, so looking forward to it.
That won't be me, even not one of the top guys, but it will be fun. All right, more after this. We talk more farming with Jerry right after this on the Al Travis Show. He's Jerry Groskreutz. We talk a little farming action here, Jerry. I don't understand you farmers, Jerry.
No, see why I do this? See the fun people I get to hang around, and I still get to farm.
Yeah, you got to like that a little bit. Here's the thing. So you and I spent all last year talking about last year not being a very good year, right? I mean, all the problems we had. So a report comes from Minnesota Corn. Minnesota Farms, 2004 was the least profitable year in decades. Why are we why you just like beating yourself with wet noodles? Why are we writing this story? Like, we can't put that behind us?
I know, but remember, last year wasn't a very good year, and so it has a hangover because you got less funds. Your net worth took a hit. And that's why it was so discouraging when I saw that the farm got 5 inches of rain. It was last year about this time when I was starting to look at my crop insurance and what the guarantees were, knowing it was probably going to be a crop insurance year. I sure hope it isn't a crop insurance year 2 years in a row.
Well, again, I don't know that the area that got the 5 inches, Jerry, you know that's an anomaly. Did you look anywhere else? I mean, literally, I might add an inch.
Oh, I know. Everybody else is fine. This is just like a number of years ago. About this time of year, I got blasted by hail. I mean, I was almost wiped out. Crop insurance here. You went a mile from my 3 farms are all really close together. You go a mile from my farm in any direction, there was almost no hail. It was like Mother Nature just decided she was going to get Jerry.
Let me bring this up because you bring up the hail damage. Farmers in good. This is new from the MDA. Via X. Farmers in Goodhue and Rice counties and contiguous counties may be eligible for physical loss loans through the USDA FSA due to high winds, hail, and tornado damage April 28th. Maybe I'm forgetting what happened here. April 28th of 2025. That's 8 weeks ago. What crops were up 8 weeks ago? What damage?
Maybe it was damage to buildings or something, but there wasn't much of any crops up. Even my corn planted really early in April hadn't emerged yet because it was so cold. So it must be a program to help with damage to buildings from the winds. But boy, I don't remember any crop damage back then. There wasn't any crop up really.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I don't have a lot of time left, but I'd just like to put it out here, Jerry. You obviously had a very bad weekend in the state of Minnesota. Can I ask how that affected? You know, a lot of these people, and you're out there. You've been a radio guy for 100 years. You know these people. How did that affect you, Jerry? You and your family?
It just made me really sad, and it's more than that. Even all of the anger and the nastiness. So you agree to disagree, and you can still be friends. Seeing people angry, it just makes me sad. And even before this happened, and either I'm not sure that I ever met the speaker, but I certainly did lots of interviews with people that worked with the speaker, and somebody that knows somebody type of thing. And it's just like, I don't get it. It's just sad.
I'm with you.
People how you would like to be treated. If you can disagree, be respectful, but disagree and move on.
Yeah, and that's heartfelt, Jerry, and I appreciate that. I don't know how we get there. We used to call ourselves Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're there. Maybe this gets us back to that. Maybe it resets the table a little bit. I hope so. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope so too. And don't say anything to someone that you wouldn't have someone say to you. The old-fashioned great grandma taught us the rule, the golden rule.
Yeah. Don't use language you wouldn't use in front of your grandmother. You do that, we're golden. Everything will be just fine. All right, my friend. Good luck on the rain. I hope that releases for you rather quickly, and you can keep moving on.
Yeah, next week I'm going to give you a lesson on acid rain. You got to be an old timer to know what acid rain is.
I'm an old timer. But let me ask you this: if worse comes to worse, and some of your farm is washed out, is it too late to go back in there and throw some other 60-day corn in there or something?
No, the corn. I don't think all that much corn will drown out because it's got a little more time because it's taller. If the beans have drowned it out by the time it's dry enough, maybe later on next week, I'll go out and plant a really early maturing variety in there to keep the weeds down, and it might make something there.
All right, fair enough. Appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate you introducing me to all your friends, too. A lot of fun.
All right, Jerry. Rob,
that's a great... Well, I might just steal it from him. There's no doubt. Jerry, I love having you on the program. Jerry Groskreutz, our farmer here on the Al Travis Show. We'll be back with more right after this.